Welcome to the back to the jungle, man. Welcome back to the jungle 410, shorty. You already know what's going on. Today we got our man Deontre with us today. You feel me? And of course, you know I got my favorite co-host Yaya. We still missing our baby Trent, but you feel me? He'll be back soon. You know, still sending prayers out to bro. Still sending prayers out to him.
Love you, my guy.
What's up, bro?
What up, what up?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Nothing much, you know, here in Baltimore, you know, with the fam. Getting the tattoo today.
What you getting tattooed today?
Right now I'm getting Nefertiti. I hope I'm saying that right.
Nefertiti.
Yeah, so I'm getting this because like it represents a lot of power, and I'm really into like ancient Egyptian culture and stuff like that too. So I wanted to kind of like start it off with, you know, a woman leader.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I got King Tut on me, so I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you on that.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
So I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm a fashion designer. I've been doing it for about like 13 years. Self-taught, straight from YouTube, university. You know, just an everyday type of guy, just making streetwear fashion. Recently just did something big with Netflix on Next in Fashion Season 2, where I, you know, competed against 11 other designers from around the United States, basically. So yeah, that's a little bit briefly about me.
Okay.
So how was the experience on that whole Netflix situation? Like, was it the best? Was it the greatest? Was it terrible? Like, you know, people want to know.
Yeah, I mean, it has its ups and downs. I think that, like, for me, it was a great experience. It showed me different things that I didn't know I could do myself. And also just, like, I met some amazing people there. A lot of great designers like Donatella, who I'm still in contact with now. I think I'm like the only person she followed from the show. And I ain't even bragging about that, but she really, like, you know, respected my work from the episode 1. And then, you know, just a lot of the other special guests we had on the show that I met was amazing. And just the other contestants too. Like, we're still, you know, like friends to this day. So it was amazing.
Now, what was your most challenging part of being on that show?
I think that, like, the most challenging thing for me was the fast turnaround times. Like, we had to do that stuff in like 2 days, sometimes 4 hours. Challenges depending on, you know, what they want us to do. Like the swimwear stuff, I never did swimwear before, so it was crazy, and I had to do that in 4 hours.
Okay, I remember our previous conversation. You did say like that swimsuit run was the most challenging for me.
Yeah.
Why the swimsuit? You feel me? Like, to me, it just seemed like simple. You know, 2 small little pieces sewed together real quick, and boom, that's it.
I mean, it seems simple, but it's like the fit is very important. Like, you got to make sure that it's hugging the curves. And I never done, like, you know, women's swimwear at that, or men's either too. But more so, I was doing the women's one. So like, it was just, you got to make sure it fit right. And I think the material that I chose, which was like neoprene, was like the wrong selection. Like, I should have stuck, you know, kind of played it more safe with like spandex or something. Like, that would have been good with swimwear. I think that with neoprene, it doesn't stretch like 4 ways, only 2 ways. So I was kind of struggling with that as well. It was just like a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, I know a little bit about material, but I ain't even gonna say it, act like we know what material you just described.
Well, neoprene is basically like a scuba suit, you know?
Okay.
Like yeah, it's like that type of thick material.
That makes sense. So what's next for you now?
Next for me, working on a couple of collaborations that I can't really name drop just yet, but working on that. I'm working on my new collection that will drop sometime in September. Working on a fashion show in Washington, D.C. that will be happening at the end of the year. I want to bring like part I want to do, because I'm working on 40 looks, right? So I want to have one of the biggest menswear show that DC or the DMV area has like ever seen. I normally do a show like every 3-4 years, and it's like that time for me to like tap in to do another one.
Right.
So yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your brand.
So I started my brand like fresh out of high school, 2010. I know I'm old. But yeah, I started my brand fresh out of high school. Was kind of undecided on what I wanted to do for college and stuff. But I knew I like, you know, fashion and stuff. I was kind of around it my whole life growing up with my parents and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just teach myself how to make clothes. And the rest was history. Like I started my brand, which is streetwear for menswear, and I kind of like just showcased a lot of HBCUs around like the East Coast, down south, and stuff like that. And that's how I kind of got my start, just like being at all the homecoming fashion shows, the spring fest shows.
Okay.
So, who noticed you first that really gave you like your big break? That you was like, okay, now I'm actually getting somewhere.
Gotcha. I think that's a great question actually, because there's been a lot of opportunities. Damn, it's hard. I feel like the biggest opportunity I got probably was Howard University at one time.
Okay.
Like when they noticed me and their team reached out to me and stuff like that. And it was a big show. A lot of people came out, a lot of celebrities that came to the show.
You gotta give us the name.
I think that year, I think Diddy was there with his sons. I forgot the year, honestly, but I know that like he was there. I think like just back when Tink first was starting out, she performed while my collection was walking and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Big names, doing big things.
For sure. So, man, like I said, man, if you need a model, man, let me know.
I got you.
Something
I got
on the
you.
side, man.
I got you.
Always my
I said I'm hosting a show and need 40 male models at the end of the year, so definitely hit you up.
So you can get bougie.
So why men wear more than women's wear?
I think for me, like I just have an eye for menswear. Like I like to dress myself. I like to put it on, And I feel like for women's, I really, not saying I don't have an eye for it or the stuff that I make can't be unisex, because women like to wear, like men's stuff too, or unisex stuff. So I just feel like it just resonates more with my style, like creating for men's wear stuff. Mainly because I make it around myself and try it on.
So what do you have in store for the future? Like what is your plans for your brand and where do you want to go?
So I think like, I always like to think long term and stuff about my brand. I definitely want to open up a store in my hometown, DC. I definitely want to, just be a creative director for different fashion houses, like different things, and kind of follow in their footsteps, like a Virtue and Pharrell and stuff like that, to show people that's like me that we can do it too.
So what advice can you give people that's out there trying to do the same thing that you're doing, especially starting out young in high school, middle school, whatever? Like, what advice can you give them to keep going? Because we're not gonna sit here and act like it's easy. You feel me? For people just to keep pushing themselves and make it out here with their craft. Like, nah.
It doesn't happen overnight.
I think that, like for me, I always tell people to be consistent with whatever you decide to do. For me, I was doing it for so long and I wasn't like seeing any no great outcome from it, but I just still stayed consistent because I knew that that's something that my parents and family and friends they would want for me. So like, I'll say stay consistent and understand that like we only got one life to live. So it's like do everything that you can in this one lifetime. We on borrowed time, so it's like just go for it, no matter what nobody says.
So, during your time trying to figure yourself out as a designer, did you ever have times where you wanted to quit or give up?
I think definitely. A lot of times, I think, even right before Netflix hit me up, I think I was working at the law firm and I was probably making the most money I've ever made in my life. And I was like, I'm just stay here and just make this money and kind of not really say give up on my dreams, but like put it on the back burner because I felt like it wasn't making sense anymore. But once Netflix reached out to me, I was like, this God's reminded me that I need to live in my purpose and follow my dreams. And, I took that leap of faith and I just left that job behind and just follow my dreams. But I was that close to saying, I'm done, But, God, sent the reminder this is your purpose, follow it.
Now look.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like now look at you, like
yeah.
You probably can't even cross the street nowadays, huh?
It's crazy. I can't even go to the grocery store in my city. Like people be running to me like, oh my God, you really live here? Yeah, I was like, this is crazy.
Now, is that like, how do you feel about that? Kind of know some celebrities, they I'm still like a regular person. I want you to treat me like a regular person, not be all in my face.
I mean, for me, I'm just I'm a down-to-earth type of person, free-spirited. Like, I love it. You know, I love interacting with people. I love hearing feedback, negative and positive. Like, I'm all about interacting with people. I'm not that type that's gonna be like, you know, get out my space. Like, it's kind of cool, you know. I think the first interaction I had, I was walking into my grandma's house, like just down the street, and this like white couple stopped me, and she did like a double take, and she was like, "You're Deontre from Next in Fashion." I was just watching. I'm like, huh? I was just like, huh? Because I had to get used to it, you know. Like I'm like, oh shit, I was in that show because we filmed it like a year ago. So some things just like it just like kind of was taking me time to get used to it.
Right.
Like, but other than that, I mean, I love it. It reminds me of like, you know, why I decided to go anyway.
Of course. Do you ever get tired of it?
I don't think I get tired of it. I think it's more so like, it's almost like a reminder, like, keep going. Even now, I feel like after the show, like, it's kind of harder, honestly, because I feel like now with so many eyes on you and so many people following you, like, they're waiting for you just to kind of see what's next from you. So it's like, now there's a lot of pressure, and I feel like I don't get tired of it. It's just a reminder of, like, I gotta keep going.
So, you know, I got asked, where you from Baltimore?
Yeah.
What part of DC are you from first?
I'm from Northeast DC. Like, I grew up in the Capitol Hill area.
Okay, shout out Northeast. Shout out Northeast. Who started New Baltimore?
I was about to say the same
Oh
thing.
my gosh. I be having this conversation all the time with some of my friends from Baltimore. I feel like DC started it. I mean, everybody can say something different. But
Crazy.
I feel like the 992 is like, was the out thing type of thing. I had a couple pairs.
I mean,
I feel like it's both. We could share that honestly if y'all want. But
I guess we could take that one. I guess we could
Yeah, I
take that.
that.
I ain't gonna fight y'all.
Alright, so now we actually done. So now we want to show what you actually got. There they can see it up front.
This is my second tattoo. This was kind of painful.
Was it worse than the first one?
Yeah, I mean, I only got a little 7 right there, so it tickled when I first got that one, but this one, it was cool. I love it.
Good.
I'm in good hands.
Hey man, do my best. Hey man, you know what's going on. You know we back, man. But look at this drip, shorty. Good God, man. You see this drip? You see this drip? Yeah, you definitely look like a rich honest. No kids.
Yeah,
No kids.
F them kids.
She got a 401k.
F them kids.
2 401ks at that. You
I
feel
give you
me?
what you want, but I ain't gonna have.
Credit score 850.
God
Damn.
Walk in there, like, let's go.
Alright, so bro, so explain to the people what we got on today. Like what?
Gotcha. So right now, Drew's rocking the caviar jacket. This jacket is heavy in person. May not look heavy
shit.
from what you're looking at, but it's heavy. And the stacked denims, right now, I know Drew looking like he's about 5'2".
Why he goes to the first day of school?
I'm already not that tall, but
Ready to get on the
I ain't that small neither.
So he got the stacked denim jeans on for my new collection. And right now she's rocking the fur jacket, fur puffer jacket, giving rich auntie vibes like she said, you know. Straight for the fall and winter, so, you know, they rocking some new hoodlum gear.
I need this right now. Yeah, no, for
It is the
real.
summer.
I need this right now. I would have put that hoodie on, but it's too hot outside. It's too hot outside. Hey man, how much is this?
This might be.
We're gonna talk after this.
Oh, all right, yeah. You feel me? But when it come out, when it come out though, it's about, you know, good 750, 800. Y'all got it. Y'all can spend that money anyway, so it don't matter. It don't matter.
Cause I know whoever rocking this in the winter time, like, ooh, you gonna be bored.
Definitely gonna be warm.
Like, don't get next to me. Don't do that.
But man, shit, before we get out of here, you got any last words, bro?
Follow me on Instagram at HOODLVM. That's HOODLVM. Yeah, you know, support me, support us.
Y'all got anything to say?
All I'm saying is this might be going home with me. This might be going home
this
with
fit
me.
definitely going home with me. We might gotta work on the pines, but this shit definitely going
He
home
look
with
like
me.
he going to
Those
the
my
first
brothers
day.
type.
Thank you for tuning into the motherfucking jungle, man. We'll be back with you soon with another episode, you feel me? Make sure y'all holler at my man Deontre. Make sure you follow him, you feel me? Let them know your IG one more time.
That's HOODLVM. Hoodlum. Follow me on Instagram.
You know, hoodlums. We might be little hoodlums, but we still making it out here, shorty. You feel me? Make sure you follow us on the page at the Jungle 410. It's THEJUNGLE 410, shorty. You already know what's going on, man. Thank you. Peace out, shorty.
See ya.